Okay, minasan, konnichiwa, Zamurai Engineer desu. In this video, we will have our live lecture in order to help you. You can ask question. Each and everyone could have an opportunity to ask question, and also we have the step-by-step practice of problem solving. So we will try to get to the bottom of each of the examples and do it again. So we have an example in each and every important formula, important principle, but now we will do it another example so that there are many examples as we can. It is always better. So let us get serious on this practice of problem solving. So let us look at the previous lectures and try to have our problem solving practice and question and answer starting from the first video. So we are now looking on the first video. Okay, so this is just an explanation. This equation is just what? An equation in probability in statistic. This is Gaussian. This is called Gaussian equation, which you can immediately search online. Okay, that this is the format of Gaussian equation, which means this curve is the Gaussian equation. So we already know and explain this. It just means the different possible probability in solving numerical methods. We have so many possibilities. To solve problems that cannot be solved exactly, we have to implement this principle. So when we say statistic, our answer are not exact or not 100% sure, but the likelihood is acceptable. For example, 95% likelihood. That is acceptable. For me, as an engineer, ever since after learning something in statistics, I started to use 97% rather than 95%. However, scientifically, around the world, 95% is acceptable. 95% likelihood is acceptable. But that is my personal own technique, in my own way, in my decision making, in my estimate. I use 97% rather than 95. Okay, so you can have your own. For example, you choose 96, okay, or you choose 99. Depends. But take note, we cannot choose 100. There is no such thing as 100 in this world. That's why there are so many individuals around the world that are misled by the pandemic countermeasures, because they thought that the vaccine are 100%. There is no vaccine 100% efficacy. If any human-made products, there is no such thing as 100%. That is the engineering point of view, and that is the truth. Okay? For the mathematicians, the point of view is you can have a 100%. From mathematicians' point of view, that's not the case. That is not the case in the real world. There is no such thing as 100%. Okay? Any human-made products like tablets, capsule, vaccines, there are no 100%. That's why don't expect that if you have a vaccine or you are vaccinated, you are free from COVID or you can avoid COVID. No. But the likelihood for you to avoid COVID is so much. That's why we still have to do the vaccination. That is the reason, right? So anywhere, any engineering products, pharmaceuticals are engineered. Pharmaceuticals are engineered. Doing the vaccine, manufacturing vaccines are engineered. They are manufactured in engineering systems, engineering workplaces. Although the recipe are given by doctors and researchers, the engineers manufactures them. Okay? So almost all the appliances, they contribute to our society, to our human satisfaction. For example, cell phone. Yeah. Okay, digital products like Zoom, they are engineered products, and they contribute to our comfort. Imagine if there are no Zoom. Okay, imagine. So, therefore, since there is no 100% from human-made products, we have this statistical formula, Gaussian equation. Okay, so we are what? Deciding on whether our likelihood to get COVID or our unlikelihood to get COVID will be determined by some statistical analysis. And this is the what? Main principle. Okay, so and because of that, engineering works depends on numerical methods, because it is very hard for this equation and for other mathematical formulas to be used and encoded, implemented in a computer. It is very hard for a computer to get the equation and solve it on the exact method of solution. Okay, it's very hard for the computer to do that, or the programmer of the program of the application to do that. Okay, so there are what? Physical limitation, because computers are digital gadgets that could only what? Could only know how to understand 0 and 1. Okay, computers only speaks the language of binary. Binary is the language of computer, so cannot learn how to evaluate this equation in exact form. That's why we have numerical methods. Same is true with our practical problems in engineering or in civil engineering. There are so many practical problems in the construction industry. Okay, and cannot be solved exact. For example, shape of what? The area of your lot area. What is the shape of that? Floor area. What is the shape of that? It is very hard for the computer to even automatically